T-Dog, J-Boy, and me, I'm Lugs. Our pride and joy is pumping our mugs. Be careful, kids, it could get rough. We're flipping our lids on sports and other stuff. Welcome to Sport Weasel Central. I'm Lugs.
I'm T-Dog.
And I'm J-Boy. This is the hashtag Stay Home edition of Sports and Other Stuff. Our goal to relieve your stress for the next 26 minutes and 32 seconds. He's back. Pitino lands a job. It's on fire. Haikus are the latest rage for work from homers, believe it or not. And maybe, just maybe, we'll have Sports of Yesteryear. So, gentlemen, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? ? Likewise, if a disgraced fired coach gets a job at a small college, does anybody really care? Take it away, gents. What do you think?
Well, I think Rick Pitino cares, and maybe his family cares. That's about all. Iona.
Iona what, by the way? What did you own? Right.
I don't know. I guess he owns a yacht. I mean, think about it. I didn't hear the amount that he gets, but hey, I got to say, the Dawkins documentary, I watched part of that, and remember how the FBI said that they had all of these phone recordings that were going to incriminate? Well, they never brought it up in the case. So Ricky P, I think, has been tied to this thing in any way. And Dawkins says that he never knew about the pay-for-play scandal or that it was going on. So I'll just put that out there first of all.
So he's going to skate?
I don't know about skating, but right now they've got nothing that I've seen that incriminates him. You know, the no phone unless they're holding something. Why would they hold it? But anyway, so he's a coach at Iona, and he wants to do a home and away with his son Richard at Minnesota. And so he's challenging Richard. He says if Brock Lesnar beats Drew McIntyre in their championship bout that's airing Sunday, that Richard's team, Minnesota, will play at Iona. If McIntyre wins, Iona will play at Minnesota.
Are you kidding me?
Actually, it's an invert of that. He started that way, but Brock Lesnar is a gopher. So Richard wanted it flipped, and Drew McIntyre did win. It was actually last night. Drew McIntyre won the title. So I guess Minnesota will play Iona at Iona. So,
okay. So Did they have fans at that wrestling match?
No, they have a performance center where guys that are essentially going up to the WWE, they have a farm system where they train and work out at. It's actually Full Sail University is where it's located in Orlando. And the men and women who come up through there, they have that performance center. They actually did a WrestleMania from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
For Sale, isn't that music festival we have here every year? For Sale? No,
that's Top Sale.
Actually,
no, it's Top Shelf.
I'll give a shout out to our other J boy, Federley. He went to Full Sail. He's a Full Sail grad. So congrats to Joe Fiducci.
Wow,
that's a first on Sports and Other Stuff. The mention of Joe Fiducci.
Yep.
Well.
So Pitino, though, you think so? It's a small school, Division I, yes. Smalls plays in the, with all those other Eastern Coast, Quinnipiac and whatever East Coast schools. Got a shot, make the tournament, turn it around.
Oh yeah,
have some fun.
Yeah, I mean maybe it takes a few years, but again, Pitino is probably one of the best college coaches of our lifetime. So to think he can't get them up and running and maybe compete for Sweet 16 or maybe even further. I mean, I don't think it's that far out of the realm of possibility.
So is that the same league as UMass and Providence?
No, that's Providence is Big East.
Okay.
No, UMass
All
would be a little bigger. This is the one of those Patriot leagues. Maybe it's the small private schools with like 6,000 or 8,000 kids in them, and they have gyms of about 2,500, and they pack it out. And they're the Gales, by the way. And I looked that up, and it's spelled differently. Gaels. That's somebody who's Gaelic. That's what I thought too. Yeah, I thought it was a windstorm, like a gale, or somebody named Gale. No, it's people who speak Gaelic.
Gail King. Yeah. Okay.
Right, Miss King.
So,
all right.
I'm ready for a little poetry. Go haiku on me there, T-Dog.
It's time for some haiku with Mr. T-Dog. Take it away.
Here is a haiku about a few guys in the draft and a few that aren't. We'll start with Derek Brown. Mammoth Man Mountain, stuffing gaps, collapsing pockets, devours quarterback souls.
All right.
That was Derek Brown?
Derek Brown from Auburn, defensive tackle.
Next.
Here's CeeDee Lamb, wide receiver, Oklahoma.
Right.
Crisp routes and strong hands. Scourge of Big 12 cornerbacks. This Sooner will boom.
I like that one a lot. That is really good, that boom part.
Yeah.
Ba-boom.
Chase Young. Defensive end from Ohio State. First Joey, then Nick. Now another superstar talent. Columbus makes cyborgs.
Oh,
that's
all right.
True. You're talking about the brothers Bosa, of course. There, Joey, and then Nick. Wow.
And then now from some little LSU love, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, running back. See, y'all thought I was going to go Joe Burrow.
I did.
Y'all thought I was going to go Joe Burrow. I mean, I was my boy, but
not tonight.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, fire hydrant with legs, wizard out of the backfield. Champions safety valve.
I love that. I always like somebody described as built like a fire plug. It's always been a good description, I've thought, for some reason.
You know what? I'm not going to disappoint you. I have a Joe Burrow one. Joe Burrow.
Of course you do.
Heisman Trophy. Championship for Bayou Bengals. Next stop, Lombardi. This is the last throw in just because no one gives enough love to kickers. Probably going to be the top drafted kicker in this draft because there's probably only going to be him. Rodrigo Blankenship from Georgia.
Yes.
That's Georgia. A mixing of metaphors, Rodrigo and Blankenship, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry. Gifted Georgia kicker. Blessed with a dynamite boot. Best timeline, Lucas.
Oh,
have you ever seen the movie Lucas? No,
I haven't. We'll see.
It stars Corey Haim. He has these big like Buddy Holly glasses. Blankenship had like big like Buddy Holly glasses too. It was a defining kind of feature.
So in the same sports and other stuff episode, we've had a J-Fed reference and a Lucas reference. First time ever, I think. That's an exclusive.
First time. It's 2 for 2. And these were ones that were asked for. So I'll start with
from the request line.
Yeah, I'll start with people that are former Bears. Prince Amukamara.
Love it.
High draft pick Husker. Been a giant Jaguar and Bear. Now waiting by the phone.
Boom. All right.
That's a home run right there.
Yeah. Clinton Dix. Crimson Tide ball hawk. Started strong as a cheesehead. Now, Rich Journeyman.
Yeah, that sums it up.
That's it in a nutshell, man.
And just because Lugs likes him so much, God bless his soul, he's been gone for a few years. Rodney Dangerfield.
I'm telling you.
Bug-eyed comedian. That I don't get no respect. His 3 wives agree.
Oh, okay. I have to reiterate, what I've said before. Dangerfield is more mobile than Tom Brady, even dead.
You know, I ran into Dangerfield once at a restaurant in L.A.
Yeah?
Yep. He used the bathroom next to mine, and I just said, hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, kid, I don't get no respect. That's all I got on that part. No, I did. He was there. He was, did the whole thing with the tie and, hey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he wash his hands?
That was before we thought about a lot of that. It was way back a long time ago.
It was back in the 80s. No one washed their hands.
Back in the old days.
That didn't come into effect.
That was pre a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of New England, they made it some cap space to get a quarterback. Looks like James Morgan out of Florida International. What do you think?
Oh, do you think that's who they're going to try to draft?
Well,
do you have someone who works in the building?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I know the janitor there. He owes me a favor, right? No, I just heard some scuttlebutt on when I was listening to some talk radio.
Yeah.
And they were saying that they had a video conference with him. So, I mean, because they cut somebody else. I've forgotten who they cut.
They cut. God, I'm blanking on his name. It was
Cody Kessler.
What?
Cody Kessler.
Cody Kessler, yeah, USC quarterback. Yeah.
So they have Jared Stidham, and I guess Brian Hoyer would be your starter.
No, Jared Stidham's their starter.
You think?
Yeah, because he pretty much beat out Brian Hoyer kind of last year to be the backup.
Okay.
All right. What about Matthew Stafford? Go to the Patriots.
No.
Wait.
No. Is that speculated?
I've heard it. Not on this broadcast. Not on this broadcast.
I thought they had given him extension like a year ago or something.
Yeah, but right now you can't get your hair cut, so extensions don't matter.
Boom. Bring out that.
I'll put it this way. Cap space wise, it doesn't make any sense for them to trade him because of how much money that'll stay on the cap. And also, I think they really do believe in Stidham. I really do. I'm not saying they won't try to draft a quarterback to maybe compete with Stidham, but
hey, could they get Tom Flacco?
Tom Flacco.
Tom is Joe's
younger brother, Joe, or older brother?
He's a younger brother.
Nickname Flak Jacket, I think. All right, but what if you had a real early first-round pick, like top 10, and you don't need a quarterback because you have Stafford or you have you just went and got Phillip Rivers or whatever. Why wouldn't you trade that pick to the Pats for a whole bunch of people, bunch of good second, third round picks, whatever, and say, here you go, Hoodie, have a quarterback?
I think it's just mainly they are willing to move up and trade down. Obviously, they trade down a lot more than they move up, but
that's not the Hoodie's pattern.
I know, but maybe letting Brady go wasn't his pattern either.
He does trade up, but it's not often. And I just think, in particular, this quarterback class, I'm not saying there aren't multiple probably starters out of it. I don't think it's that overwhelming of a class that you'd be willing to trade up. Like, again, as much as I like Joe Burrow, people have problems with Joe Burrow. Obviously, Tua with the injuries. Herbert, a lot of people just think mentally he's not kind of there. Love because his last year was so bad. And then everyone outside of those four that we just talked about, like there's huge question marks on Eason, Hurt, Fromm. So it's like I just think he'd wait. I don't think this is the draft you can entice him, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, Lugs, is it time for Sports of Yesteryear?
Yes, it is. We'll take this one of those sports that probably would not get any coverage at all. Bullfighting, January 17th, 1955. Let me give you a little lesson in bullfighting.
Yeah, please do. I've been wanting to hear about that for at least
picador.
about 6 minutes.